Sarah's Stampin' Retreat. Today we're going to be creating a box, and on the box we're going to be using this Expressions in Ink paper, and we're going to combine it with this Biggest Wish stamp set. So I love this because you've got all the blocky words, and then you've also got these kind of almost handwritten type words as well, so you can mix and match, or you can use both the same fonts. You've got Happy Birthday and Happy Birthday in both fonts. You could also mix and match. And then this paper is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm going to show you each piece individually because it's really lovely. So can you see the gold on that, on the leaves? And then you've got this gorgeous piece on the back. Then I think this might be my favourite ever piece of paper. That's just so pretty with that gold foiling on as well. And then you've got this on the back. Then you've got this gorgeous pink with the gold foiling, with this on the back. You've got more green with gold foiling, with this on the back. You've got these kind of like abstract type flowers, with this on the back. And finally you've got gold kind of textured stripes with this on the back. So I've been so excited to get my hands on this. We're actually going to create quite a simple box. So I've got a 10.5 inch by 7.5 inch piece of shaded spruce cardstock, and I'm going to score it along the long side at 2.5 inches, at 5 inches, at 7.5 inches, and at 10 inches. And then along this side I'm going to score it at 2.5 inches and 5 inches. So we're going to be creating a 2.5 inch square box. So let me fold all the score lines. And then I'm going to cut this. So I'm going to cut about 1 centimetre away from the score line here. So this is the end with the big squares, not this end with the flaps. And then I'm going to cut across here. So I'm going to cut up the score line on this side. Then I'm going to do the same on this side. So I'm going to cut about 1 centimetre away from this score line here. I'm going to cut across this score line. Then on the top, I'm going to cut right the way down here. And I'm going to cut right the way down here. And I'm going to cut down to this score line. So you've just got this square attached, these two squares are coming off. So I'm going to cut down another score line here as well. So we've got like this. And then I'm going to cut about 1 centimetre away from the score line. And again, 1 centimetre away from the score line. And then all of these flaps, I'm just going to cut a little triangle off the side of each. So I'm just going down to that score line with my little edges. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to put some tape next to the score line on each of the flaps. So we've got 4 flaps to do that one. And then I'm just going to take these pieces of tape off. I'm going to just bend up the score line and put it just in line with this side here. So then I'm going to take my punch with 3 corners on it, and I'm going to use this corner And I'm just going to pop it in there and then just punch it so I get a nice rounded corner to the edge of my box, and it just adds a little bit of a nicer finish to it. And that just pops down there. Then I've got 5 pieces of the gorgeous green paper, and these are all 2 1/4 inch square that I'm going to put on each of the sides and on the lid. But before I do that, I just want to do a sentiment for the lid. So then I'm just going to heat emboss the happy in gold onto one of these pieces to go on top of the box. So I'm just going to take my Versamark ink and I'm going to stamp this happy across the top. And then I'm going to take a piece of shaded Spruce cardstock, and this is actually just a piece that I cut off the A4 piece to make this. So it's all out this one piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to stamp the birthday on there. And then I'm going to add some gold embossing powder. And you can see I'm running out of this. I've got a new one, but I think I can get this out of this powder. Then I'm just going to turn on my heater tool to setting 2, and I'm just going to heat emboss that happy and birthday. So then I'm just going to cut around the birthday. I'm just going to leave a small green border around the outside. So then I'm just going to glue these pieces around the outside. Like I said, these are just 2 1/4 inch squares. So I'm just going to take this bit out and put that like that here, just so that I can press down on it to seal it nicely. And I'm just going to pop a few dimensionals on the back of here. And then I'm just sticking that on there. Then I love that as it is. I've also got these gilded gems that I have been desperate to use, so this is going to be my first project that I'm going to use these on. So I think I'm just going to dot maybe 3 of those around. I'm actually just going to take this out again to decorate it. And obviously if you're giving it to someone who doesn't like bling, just leave this bit off. You get 90 of those gems in a pack, so you can make a lot of projects with those. So here's our finished project for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. All of the products that we've used to create today's box are listed in the description below, and there's also a host code there, so if you pop the host code into your basket before you check out, then I'll send you a free gift after the end of the month. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.